They never taught you how to think.
They taught you what to think. They told you who to be, what to believe, and how to live. But they never showed you how powerful your own mind truly is. Most people spend their whole lives trapped, not by cages, but by thoughts. They carry invisible chains made of fear, doubt, and limitation. But today, I will teach you how to break them. Today, I will teach you how to think correctly. Because once you learn how to think, you will never be controlled again. Everything begins in your mind. Every victory, every failure, every dream. It all starts with a single thought. Your thoughts are seeds. Plant fear, and you'll harvest regret. Plant courage, and you'll grow greatness. You see, your mind is like a garden, but most people leave it unattended. They let weeds of negativity grow wild. They let the opinions of others choke their confidence, and they allow fear to steal their sunlight. Thinking correctly means taking responsibility for that garden. It means choosing what you allow to grow inside you. Because if you don't decide what to think, someone else will decide it for you. Every day, there's a war inside you. A war between who you are and who you could be. And the battlefield is your mind. When you wake up and that little voice says, "You're not enough. You can't do it. You'll never make it." That's not reality speaking, and that's conditioning. That voice was planted by society, by failure, by people who gave up on themselves and tried to hand you their limitations. But you don't have to accept it. You can choose a different voice, a stronger one. A voice that says, "I can, I will, I must." Thinking correctly is replacing the language of limitation with a language of power. It's realizing that your mind doesn't reflect the world. It creates it. Let me tell you a truth that most never understand. Your life will only change when your thinking changes. You cannot think like a victim and live like a victor. You cannot think in fear and walk in faith. You cannot dream of freedom while repeating thoughts of doubt. Your thoughts are blueprints. They design your reality. So if you want to change your life, start by changing the architecture of your mind. When something bad happens, most people think, "Why me?" But those who think correctly say, "What is this teaching me?" When others see failure as an end, those who think correctly see it as a beginning. Thinking correctly is not about denying pain. It's about interpreting it differently. Pain doesn't destroy you. It shapes you. It breaks you open so you can rebuild stronger. Here's the truth. Most of your limits exist only in your head. You've been taught to think small, to stay safe, to fit in. But safety is the enemy of growth. Comfort is the cage of potential. You have dreams burning inside you, but your thoughts keep pouring water on that fire. Maybe I'm not ready. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe it's too late. No, those are lies. You were born to expand, to grow, to rise. And you can, once you stop believing everything you think. Because not every thought deserves your attention. Some are echoes of fear. Others are memories of pain. But the thoughts that truly matter are the ones that push you to evolve. Thinking correctly means questioning your thoughts. It means asking, is this thought helping me or hurting me? Is this thought building me or breaking me? Your mind is not fixed. It's programmable, just like a computer. And every thought you repeat becomes a command to your subconscious. If you constantly tell yourself, "I'm not enough," your brain will look for proof of that. But if you tell yourself, "I am capable, I am strong, I am worthy," your brain will find evidence to support that too. That's the science of the mind. Whatever you focus on expands. So be careful what you feed your mind. Feed it with gratitude, ambition and courage, not fear, gossip, or comparison. You can't rise if your mind is rooted in negativity. Thinking correctly means feeding your mind with what fuels your purpose, because your mind becomes what you repeat, and your life becomes what you believe. Go stand in front of a mirror. Look into your own eyes. That's not just your reflection. That's your creation. Every habit, every belief, every choice you've made brought you to this moment. If you don't like what you see, don't hate yourself. Change your thoughts. Because every transformation begins with mental renovation. Tell that person in the mirror, "I am done living small. I'm done letting fear run my life. I will rise." You can't control everything around you, but you can control the one thing that changes everything, your mindset. Look at the greatest people in history. Leaders, creators, innovators. What separated them from the crowd wasn't luck. It was thought. They thought differently. While others saw problems, they saw possibilities. While others saw limits, they saw opportunities. While others asked, "Why me?" they asked, "Why not me?" Einstein once said, "The world we have created is a product of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking." That's what it means to think correctly. To use your mind as a weapon for creation, not destruction. To build worlds with your imagination, to challenge the impossible. Thinking correctly is not a one-time decision. It's a daily discipline. Every morning, you must choose your thoughts before the world chooses them for you. When fear knocks, choose faith. When doubt whispers, choose confidence. When negativity spreads, choose gratitude. It's a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it becomes. That's why success doesn't belong to the lucky. It belongs to the disciplined thinkers. Those who train their minds like warriors. Those who refuse to let one bad day define a lifetime. There comes a moment when the noise of the world fades and you hear your true self speak for the first time. That's the moment of awakening. That's the moment you stop existing and start living. Because thinking correctly isn't about pretending life is easy. It's about realizing that no matter what happens, you have the power to rise above it. Your circumstances are temporary, but your mindset determines whether you stay stuck or start moving. And once you learn to think correctly, no storm can stop you, no failure can break you, no opinion can control you. So today, make a decision, not to chase perfection, but to chase power. The power to think clearly, the power to choose your own beliefs, the power to rewrite your inner story. Because when you master your mind, you master your life. Remember this forever. You don't see the world as it is. You see it as you are. Change your thoughts, and your world will follow. You were not born to think small. You were born to think correctly, to think boldly, to think powerfully. Because correct thinking doesn't just change your day, it changes your destiny. So guard your thoughts like treasure. Feed them with purpose, and never forget. Your thoughts create your reality. Think correctly, and you will live powerfully. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. Now go out there and become unstoppable.